Well, hello there. This is Zee's Basket's first ever podcast, and welcome to my segment, Chats with Zee, where I'll be having tough and honest discussions about the beauty and complexity of everyday life with a different guest each week. I'm your host Z, and today we're going to be talking about friendships. My guest today is my friend Yakubu. I have a list of questions, and we're going to be answering them based on our personal opinions and life experiences. Hey Yakubu.
Hello, Z.
Hanging in there?
Yes, I'm still hanging in.
We're almost done.
The chair doesn't feel as hot. It's better now.
Just warmer and cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just go right into it. This is deep. So this one has layers. Ready?
I'm ready.
How do you get back the trust once you've been betrayed? Deep, 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 deep.
Is there any such thing as getting back trust? I don't know.
Or the friendship? How do you get that back? Once betrayal,
like I said,
the Judases of the world.
In a friendship is tested every day.
Yeah.
It is tested every day.
Well, betrayal is different. They stuck that knife in, dug it deeper, turned it.
Now, when someone betrays you, so for example, goes behind you, and does something to harm you or for his own interest and all that, how do you gain back? It was a conscious decision to do that.
Yeah, and there are different levels of betrayals. I mean, they're the ones that are on the surface, and then the ones that are deep.
So in itself, I think it's what is called as in what we mean by betrayal. Because there are some betrayal that friends say, "Oh, you betrayed me," and all that. Actually, not.
Actually, yeah.
True. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you're talking about betrayal as in proper stabbing someone in the back and all
twisting that knife,
and twisting the knife, how do you get back from that? I mean, how do you gain back trust from that?
Do you think the friendship can ever even come back?
That's the point. We talked about different levels of friendship.
Yeah.
Stand and different levels of friendship. We have those levels of friendship because of you said so as well. What we've been through.
Yeah.
And it takes that friendship to
a whole new level.
A new level, a greater height. And what happens when you're betrayed or someone stabs you in the back is either you stop being friends or it brings it back, you understand, to a lower level. Whether or not it's going to get to where it used to be,
that's the question.
That's the question now. Now only time can tell, understand? And would you go through the same things you've been through before together to get back to that level? You may never get back to that level.
No, I think
so. That's unless you go through what happened and you realize that it was a mistake, it wasn't actually a stab in the back, or you understand why the person had to do it, or it was a matter of life and death, so I had to do it. Unless that, if that's not the case, can you really gain back trust? I don't know.
I mean, what do you think the recovery and healing process for that would be? First of all, have you even experienced, have you gone through that? I mean, the deep, deep, deep betrayal. Where you're like, you and I, we're done.
No.
Oh,
I don't think I've gone. I mean, I've had girl issue before.
Yeah.
With a friend, and at the time I was furious. Felt offended. I felt whatever. Betrayed. And then after a couple of years, was like, they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I wouldn't say. Probably it could have been handled better or differently. Understand? That's where. So after a while, I looked at it. It could have been handled differently. But again, I could tell why they didn't know how to handle it at the time. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily at the time. It felt like thinking about it, and after a couple of years, I felt like, okay, that's actually not a betrayal. It's just about sacrifice.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I put it. It wasn't exactly what happened, but I put it this way. Suppose I just want to give an example. Suppose I have a friend. Let's say me and Malina, understand? Liking none of those that I like. It's like a certain girl. Yeah. Probably the girl doesn't like me as much, and then she's liking Mali. Maybe that I didn't necessarily show interest, but because she's showing interest in him,
you're upset with him.
I'm coming. Him knowing that I did this and then decides to have something behind. No, but I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, I mean that is betrayal slightly.
That now it feels like, but in the end, it's two people who like each other that can have something to do. It's not every guy. I'm coming. I'll get back to you. It's not. Some guys will say no, stamp their feet and say no, it's not happening. The guy likes you and all that. But in all honesty, me and her don't have it. It was just me liking her. No. It's about, can he understand respect or sacrifice for me being that oh, I know if Yakubu knows this, it would be real and you upset him? Or would you just go ahead and say that, well, but she liked me and I like her, so let it go? So it's sacrifice. And now, how to handle that? I'll just think about it. Okay, you didn't care whether it was going to hurt me or not. You went ahead and did it. Selfish. I mean, I mean, you were selfish about it. You liked it, and then go on and then whatever. What it's just, in my own opinion, it probably affects the level of relation. So now I know that, okay, even though he knew that I was deeply liking and all that, he still went ahead and do so. It means he cannot sacrifice for me. So it affects the levels, you understand, of relationship or friendship, and we'll keep the friendship, you understand, at one level. Yeah. But right now, I wouldn't call that betrayal anymore. But it's different when he goes somewhere to deliberately hurt me, spoil me, and lie about something that is not true. Just that's completely different. Yeah. Can you recover from that? Can you gain back that trust? I don't. I mean, you could still talk to him, but how do you recover from that?
Oh my God!
Can you put that? Can you keep that person in your house and say, "Oh, I trust this person"? No, you can't do that anymore because trust. I think you build trust. You don't just point at someone and say, "Okay, I'm going to trust you because of this." It's what you show me, things you show me that
I can trust.
That will make me to trust you. And if you've shown that to be that way,
your actions,
your action and all that, I won't even want to give you a chance.
Yeah.
To trust again. I'll just completely stay away from it. So in my opinion, that's how I see it. And I'm a kind of person that it's even difficult for me to trust anyone anyway. Yeah. Because I mean, trust has limits.
Fair enough.
So someone who you trust, it's a position he would get to and all that he could break. Do you get what I'm saying? So um I mean, if someone really betrays you, friendship and all that, I think it completely it affects the friendship and it affects the level of trust. And in a friendship where there's no trust, it's just you guys are just acquaintances or talking friends, not necessarily bond as in not necessarily real friends. Yeah, that's how I see it.
No, so that's actually true because I love the fact you actually even said that. Like, can you actually build the trust back? You see, this is the thing with me. I'm someone who I question myself a lot. Yeah. Might do my anxiety, but I do. And when my own betrayal happened, I had to get help, dealt with it, blah blah blah, moved on, and my Judas came back into my life again.
You let the person in.
Yeah, I did, which everybody thought I was stupid for. But second chances and all that. But at the same time, I thought I had to kind of get closure for me as well by finding out why they did what they did, and which pissed me off all over again because it turns out their reasoning just didn't make no sense to me. And at the same time, my one of my best friends was actually going through a similar thing I had just gone through and trying to basically get closure. So that triggered me all over again. Oh. And trying to get, and it was a thing of, oh, I still want to be friends with you, but I was like, were we actually even friends to begin with? So I had that question in my head to be like, if it felt so easy for you to do what you did, then I mean, what are we actually doing? The person's still in my life to some degree at the moment. We're not close. I don't even, we're friends. I mean, I invite her to, it's my birthday, come on, it's her birthday, she sends an invite. So we still have that, we're kind of friends, but we're kind of not, if that makes sense at the same time. It's just what it is.
It's just she's someone who's present when you're doing something, but you don't share anything.
Yeah, we don't share anything. That's just it. We actually really don't share anything, which is kind of sad because part of me is just like I still have that because Nali mentioned how he was like, well, that means you kind of haven't really forgiven her or forgotten. See, I was like, I have. I'm just cautious.
The thing about it is, people, I mean, there are very few people that I'll speak for myself that I would want to put my trust on. I don't put my trust on people that much. You understand? But people, I will say, okay, I'll trust him to do this. Yeah. It's because I know that they will do it. But if you've shown me that I can't trust you with this, or you would even do this and all that, then our friendship is just going to be okay. You attend, I'll call you, we'll talk and laugh and all that. But nothing really personal. Nothing will go beyond that. And that's what I'm talking about. You could forgive someone. Doesn't mean that you put the person back in the same position when you're not sure. Yeah. Listen, the reason trust is not like, okay, you're my friend, so I should trust you.
Trust you. Yeah.
No. You can even have a best friend and not trust her with some information. You understand? So when you say getting back the trust, are you saying that someone who's done this and another, then you'll be comfortable to put that kind of information in
Yeah,
in
I
their
mean, not.
also
I
give
mean,
I mean put
to
them in a
trust them
place
again, where
where
you
you
can
want to
trust.
trust
Yeah,
them
to
and
trust
then
them.
get
Yeah,
that kind of treatment again.
yeah,
No. So you could, in my opinion, I mean, that's
yeah.
me.
That's fine.
You could
This
forgive,
is your opinion.
you understand, and not be hurting or not be thinking of retaliating or whatever,
Yeah,
but forgiving, but not put that person in a position of saddle that person with the responsibility of, I mean, trusting, putting your trust in that person anymore. You
yeah.
could just, done that. I can't put it up, and you don't even have to tell the person.
Yeah.
You just say, okay, I forgive you, it's all right. But
Yeah, it is
deep
what it
inside
is.
your mind, you understand, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That can you say that, okay, let's wipe the slate clean. I'll
Let's
keep
start
doing.
over.
I mean, you can, but it will take time to
It's
build.
yeah,
So, like I said, you said something about you call them best friend because of the struggles and the fights and the things we've been together.
yeah,
Understand? Now something happens and you almost no longer friends. To be able to get the level you were before is for you people to go through those kind of struggles again. What if you don't have the opportunity to go through those kind of struggles again?
I think
If
also
you're already in a position where you're okay and whatever, you can remember all that,
yeah,
but it will still that it causes a dent. I'll put it that way, and you just like okay. I mean, I believe friends can quarrel.
yeah,
Okay, I don't believe that you've been to a lot of things and one thing happens and then you can't even talk about it or you're not on talking terms again. No,
yeah, no,
I believe that you can forgive, you can still be on talking terms, but would you put that person in that position again? I mean, it's different if it's a clear mistake.
yeah,
It's different because when you say betrayal, it's almost like a premeditated action, understand,
yeah,
to hurt you. Premeditated action to stab you in the back. So, you understand, how did that person, if the person says, I'm sorry, why did you even think of doing it in the first place? If it's a mistake, then just understand it.
yeah.
So it all depends on what it is. That's number one. But again, if someone betrays your trust, normally it's just
It's gone.
difficult for you. It becomes like a wound that even when it heals, there's still a scar.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So if there's still a scar showing a mark of it, has it
It's
completely
a
healed?
constant
It's a
reminder.
constant
Yeah.
reminder. So that's what happens. So it can heal. Really, you guys can still be friends, but will it completely erase what has happened
Yeah.
before?
I think just being cautious is a good thing. And I feel like also because I kept trying to go back
To make things
to the friends, with the friendship we had. Was why I came back with, oh, were we actually real friends to begin with? And I think also trying to work with the people you are now, because this, especially if it happened like years ago, you can't keep going back to the past. You have to work with the present and go with the two people you are now and just see if there's any way to resolve whatever it is or start all over again from the beginning, start afresh, basically. But it is a law. But the best thing I'll just say, do what works for you. To be honest, whatever makes you feel
yeah.
better, yeah, do what works for you.
The thing about it is sometimes, and this happen even in relationship. That's a love relationship. Sometimes we should be able to, as friends, we should be able to use our senses to know. Like I said when we started, you need to know your friends.
Yeah,
Sometimes we keep going back to the same friend who keeps hurting you over and
that's
over
toxic.
and over again, and it becomes toxic. And one thing with friendship, someone you have a good bonding with and all that, a good affection for, the misunderstanding that you will have, or what will cause a misunderstanding between you and that person,
Yeah,
if your enemy does that to you, it won't even be an issue.
yeah,
The reason why you're having the misunderstanding is because, oh, I didn't expect it
that's
from you.
from you. Yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
Now, what I'm saying is we need to be able to know our friends, to know what we're expecting from them so that we'll stop having, understand, toxic relationship.
yeah,
That if it's coming from Zena, it's Zena anyway. She's gonna do that. And that shouldn't be, you understand? You
yeah,
understand what should affect our relationship.
yeah.
For example, if someone says, oh, I saw Zena yesterday, she didn't even say anything to me and all that, I could look at the person and say, that's Zena anyway. Did you say something back to her? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like,
So
did
it
you talk
shouldn't.
to her
Did you talk
first?
to her first?
Yeah,
So
I
it
didn't say that.
shouldn't be. It
Yeah,
should you should know your friends to the extent that you don't give them responsibility or put them in positions where they cannot handle.
Yeah, true.
And that way you're able to have a good relationship with the people you call your friends.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think we try to force our friends, especially if we say, oh, you're my best friend, you should be doing it. Try to force them to do the things they're not really comfortable doing. That they did it once or twice doesn't mean they're always comfortable doing.
I love that so much because that's actually one of the problems I had with my older friend, which thank God we've come to a mutual understanding now.
Now,
So
oh,
yeah,
that's
so
brilliant.
that's actually so good.
That's
But
brilliant.
I think you've made some really valid points. I think to each their own. To be honest, just work with what you can,
Yeah.
and then hope to God it goes well. That's it. What makes a good friend? What are the key pieces to a good, long lasting friendship?
Okay, that's that's a good one.
I mean, you've had long
Yeah,
friendship. I
for a
mean, what
lot.
has kept for you basically?
For
Because this
me,
is based on your
for
experience.
me,
What?
for me, I think I did mention when you asked me foundation of
Yeah.
friendship. I did mention a few um, points, and for me, I'll probably try to some. I think I would say the two most important one for me is honesty and compassion.
I like that.
I probably will add maybe equality or respect to it, but
Yeah.
if you have a friend who is not afraid to tell you when you're wrong or to tell you what he thinks, if you
Yeah.
have a friend that you're not afraid to have an argument and understand each other and not understand
Yeah.
take anything out of it, I think it's a good thing. If you have a friend that is compassionate, that will look after you, that you have a problem and is there.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Even when you don't ask,
Mm-hmm.
or you are not even afraid to say, "Oh man, my car just stopped," and you know that he's in the whole house at 2 a.m. at night. You can come
Yeah.
up and a friend who has your back like that.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
good.
that's actually, and that's what, and I'm not saying that I only look for people who can do that to me.
Yeah.
I feel I do that to people. I try
Yeah.
to be honest to them. I try as much as possible to be compassionate, as in to make my friend wherever, even if it means me inconveniencing myself for them. I
Mm-hmm.
do that,
Mm-hmm.
and then most of all, I respect them. So even if I do not agree with them,
Mm-hmm.
I respect their own point of view. I think those three things actually helps you your relationship.
I
I
love
don't
that.
try your relationship for long, but that's for that's for me.
That's you. That's fine. That's good. I really do actually love that. Do we need new friends and why?
Well, that's a good question.
Yep, yep,
Do
yep.
we need friends? Like I
New
said,
friends.
yeah,
Making new friends.
like I said before, the same way you cannot wake up one morning and say I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
go and look
make
for
new
your
friends
friends.
today.
It's the same way you cannot wake up one day and say, okay, I've stopped making friends now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I met a friend. I knew someone me and him started getting close about 3 years ago. We're
Yeah.
very good friends now. This time, in fact, I met his dad. I realized that his dad has met my dad before in the 70s. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every day is an opportunity for new things. Every day is an opportunity for new things.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, the people that you feel will help you, or the people that you feel that, oh, this is the best, you understand,
Yeah.
that I've had and all that, it's not necessarily the person that will be your cornerstone when you need the
Yeah.
most. You can meet someone today,
Yeah.
and a week later, you guys are having the best time in the time of your life. So
Yeah.
I keep my mind open, and because I have new friends, doesn't mean my old
Your
friends are
friends.
not important anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, I try to bring my new friend into the table, meet this guy and all that. So the way some people treat friendship
Yeah.
sometimes feel as if, oh, if she's gotten another friend, is spending more time with the person, doesn't care about. No, I
Yeah.
don't see it that way. I see. I've made friends from. I mean, I've met my friends' friends who become my friends.
Yeah.
Understand?
I
So
actually like that.
I try to see the good in everybody, and I
Yeah.
open up. I am very open to making new friends anytime. It's just that I just have my own principles or rules as to
Yeah.
who I let in and the level at which I let people into my life.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's how and I do that just to protect myself.
Yeah. I think also we're growing,
Yeah,
we're evolving, so
yeah,
definitely new people should
yeah.
always welcome, I guess. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Should friendships last forever? And what do you do when they end?
Wow, that's
Come on, do you? Should they last forever? Because you have people like, we've been friends for 35
the,
years,
the,
and you're
the
like,
truth
what?
the truth about it. Zina, I'll use you for as an example. I don't want to see a day where I'll see you and wave at you, or and you don't wave back.
Oh, I feel so special.
I wouldn't want to see a day where I'll see you and I can't run and give you a hug. I say, Zina, how have you been?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, you didn't even list me as one of your 5 friends.
Oh my God!
So
get over it.
would you? would you?
Move it on.
Would
Get
you?
over it.
Would you want? Would you want that for any of your 5 friends?
No.
Yeah. So I think friendship.
Any of my six
Six friends.
They'll get smart.
Would you want that? No.
No.
So I think friendship, of course, yes, it should last
Should
forever.
last forever.
I mean, distance, time can keep you apart.
Yeah.
Can keep you apart, but it shouldn't. I mean, anytime you meet up, anytime you catch up, should be a time of catching up.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
Definitely.
keeping up. It shouldn't be so. Yeah, while time and distance can keep you apart, I think friendship should last forever.
Yeah.
I think so because I would want, even if we don't see for a couple of years and all that, if you the mention of Yakubu, you just laugh, oh, you say and all that. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I knew him one time.
No, you always know me, and that's the funny thing. The me that you know now, even if tomorrow you see me taking a mock shot and all that, it shouldn't be, oh fucking hell, he's a criminal now. You be like, what happened to him? It wasn't he couldn't even do this and all that because that was the me that you knew. Yeah. And you were so curious to find out what happened. Life happens. Because life happens. Yeah. And definitely. At the back of your mind, as biased as we can be for our friends, you'll be like, are you sure they didn't frame him up? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think friendship should be forever. What went wrong? So
I mean, and if they end, they end. Because I mean, life goes on.
Life goes on.
It's a cycle.
But again, for me, you want to find out why they ended? I do not enjoy, and that's why sometimes I'm being careful as to who I let in. Okay. Very well. I do not enjoy quarreling or having a misunderstanding with friends. Yeah. Because I get very uncomfortable if I cannot understand, sit with someone and we just have a harmless banter or just discuss or have a good conversation and all that. And that's why I try to keep all my friends. I try to be in a very good relationship, or positive relationship with all my friends. Even if I'm keeping someone at arm's length, it's not a fight, it's not a quarrel. It's good vibes. It's just good vibes. They will see, we'll still talk, we'll still like nothing ever happened. Yeah. And then carry on. So yeah, we've got different levels of friendship, and whoever I let in, and whatever level of friendship or friends I've got now, whatever level I am with all the friends I have now, I want to just keep it and stay. Yeah, so I don't want to end. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I've never really had a conversation about friendship like this before, but yeah. See, I mean, this made me to think. This gets you thinking. Yeah. This is what I mean. Deep conversations. Yeah. I love having this kind of discussions that people don't have. Honest conversations. Yeah. Honestly, I've never really sat down and said, "Oh, this person is my best friend." But talking about this, and I'm thinking, "Oh, this you person." You wanna look into your friends, and then I begin to think about people that I've been through a lot with, and all that, and yeah. I never wasn't that. This is something I learned actually from one of my best friends. Like she's like, one time she sat me down. She was like, "What do you want out of this friendship?" And I remember thinking, "What the hell, WTF?" She was like, "What do you?" And I was like, "I mean, I don't know. We're friends." It's just like, "No, what do you?" And I remember thinking, "This is deep stuff. Like, I don't know." If my male friend tells me that, I'm gonna just eye him and say, "What the hell are you about?" Well, you don't realize these are actually conversations you should be having with your friends. Yeah, they actually are, because sometimes you have to look at someone. I find myself really evaluating the people I have around me, because I'm like, what are we doing? I don't want to have someone I just look at like, saying, oh well, it is what it is. I used to know. I have had a friend who one time we had a conversation, and that was the last I heard from her, and it drove me insane because I kept wondering what went wrong, what did I do, what's but did you try reaching out to her? I did. She never picked up. Never. Before I knew it, just had 4 kids. And I'm like, I knew she was planning to have kids, and that was the discussion we had. And I was like, see, because I'm a cautious person and thinking, I felt like maybe my conversation I had offended her in some way, or her partner didn't like talk what I had to say. Because I'm like, you have to be watchful. Having kids is not something you just say, I will have kids. Sure. What if the person wakes up one morning, I don't want to have kids, or has the kid and disappears? Are you ready to do that on your own?
Those are those kind of conversations I have, and those were the conversations I had with her. So for me, I thought, okay, maybe she felt offended by me having those kind of conversations.
Yeah, some people
So
can
yeah,
misunderstand what you
exactly.
say
So and then
sometimes.
she upped and left, and I was like, okay, yeah, different place in your life, good for you. But it took me a while to get over it because I was like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah,
What happened?
because
And I
you
kept
were
reaching out, trying
because
to find out what it was. I mean, give me a chance to make it right.
I'm playing back what you've said.
Yeah, and then
I'm trying to. Did she
radio
think?
silence.
Did she read it this way? Did she read it that way?
Yeah, because I'm like that.
That's
When I have an
that's
argument with someone or someone says something to me, I go back, it's in my head, I'm playing it back over and over again,
yeah.
and I'm trying to find a solution that obviously only I can come up with. So then I'm like, okay, I mean, what do I do? And now you're not there for me to find those answers. So I kind of, it takes me a while, but I move on.
But
So
then, so are you saying that you've never heard from her today?
nope, till today. I mean, on social media, I see her, pictures of her kids and videos and whatnot. But that's it. We've never actually. So I'm like, my one of my best friends was actually the person who helped me just get over it. She was like, "See, it is what it is. People in your life with different, period and time, and that's just it. Just
working too hard to make it happen. I mean, seriously.
You mean I was working too hard to make it happen, or?
I mean, what I'm saying is that by trying to reach out for her, looking for, I mean, your friend,
Yeah,
someone who is interested in
we'll find you.
the relationship,
Yeah.
even if you've said something that's hurt her, she will come back to you and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't like what you said." But the person is kept
Which is what I
in
expected.
in the end, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
You understand? I expect when I go wrong, I feel, but you said there was a. Sorry, I didn't mean to say this.
Which is what I
This is
remember.
what I
She didn't
meant.
give me a chance to
So you
make
didn't
it
give me a
right.
chance to make it right.
If
So is it mutual at that point? It's not.
So I had to
So
be like, okay, it is what it is.
it's what it is.
It's you were
She
here for a
doesn't.
certain
Yeah,
time. You're gone.
she's gone.
Bye. See ya. That's it. I've really loved having these conversations.
I have. I thought it was going to be stressful, but in the end, I kind of enjoyed
Once
it.
you got talking, you were like, I'm into this.
I
Let's
kind
keep
of
having
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Let's keep having
You know, I was making excuses. Oh, you know, I'm not a talker.
Yeah,
I'm not
but you
this,
just sat there and before you know it, you were on a roll.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yay. Thank you for being on my podcast.
Thank you very much, and thank you for adding me to the wonderful six.
Yes. See, now don't you feel special?
So special.
Feel special.
I hope I begin to get that benefit as well. Those five get.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Okay,
We'll make it so much better.
People be sitting for me as well. No.
Yeah. See, we are making progress. This is it.
That's great, Z.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me on Z's Basket Podcast. That concludes part 3 on the discussion of friendships with Yakubu. Loved what you heard so far? You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Z's Basket's website. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, follow, or sign up button so you don't miss an episode.